All right, calling him in. Yo, what's going on, man?
What's poppin', big homie?
Not much, man. Not much. You know what I mean? Just chilling here with the wife and all that. How you doing, man? You all right?
Everything good, can't complain, man. We here, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt,
Blessed to
no
be
doubt.
here.
Most definitely, man.
Blessed to
Most
be here.
definitely, man. Most definitely a blessing, man. Most definitely a blessing, yo. This is an honor, man. You know what I mean? First off, I want to say thank you, you know what I mean, for giving me the opportunity to interview you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thank,
Definitely a big supporter
thank
of
you, man. It's
the
love, you know what
script
I'm
and
saying?
everything.
It's love, it's
No
love.
doubt, no doubt.
You gotta get your
No
queen
doubt,
shirt
no
though.
doubt.
You gotta get your queen shirt in a second, you know what I'm saying? But it's okay.
All right, bet. Most definitely, bro. No doubt, no doubt.
That's what's up
But
though.
yeah, bro. Yeah, man, no doubt. I mean, this is a series that we just started called the Pass and Fly Hour. You know what I'm saying? So essentially, what I do is I bring interesting and influential people onto the platform. You know what I mean? And we kind of do like a Q&A, but also like a history. You know what I mean? Just to get to know the person and everything. You know what I mean? So welcome to the Pass and Fly Hour.
Thank you.
For those, most definitely, Mo, most definitely. And this is DJ G Money. You know what I'm saying? Queens DJ, media personality, journalist. You may be familiar with him from Flip the Script with Queens Flip, as well as other projects that he's currently doing. You know what I mean? So the floor is yours, man. You could introduce yourself and we'll get started, man.
Yeah, I mean, you already gave me the lovely introduction already, man. But DJ G Money, born and raised in Queens, like he said, journalist, I guess influencer, but DJ first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? I've been DJing 20 years now. Been rocking out. You know what I'm saying? Been in the podcast game for like 4 years. Um, my boy Queens Flip. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm here. It's a pleasure and an honor. I appreciate anyone who takes time out to reach out to me to have me on their platform. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's in New York or out of town or male, female. Instagram live, Zoom. Whatever it is, man. It's an honor to be here. So I appreciate you, big homie. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely, bro. You're most definitely welcome, man. I'm in Jersey, you know what I'm saying? So you already
Okay.
know, you know what I mean? East Coast
Shout,
love, you already.
shout to Jersey one
But yeah,
time. Shout
man,
to
let's
Jersey.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're pouring from New Brunswick, bro. No doubt.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, man, let's definitely get started. I mean, as you say, you're from Queens. I'm not trying to bite or nothing. I know how y'all do your interviews. You ask how was your childhood and
Do your
everything.
thing.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to bite.
Do your thing, big
But
homie. Do your thing.
yeah, bro. No doubt, bro. But yeah, let us know about, your early days. You know what I mean? Let us know about, the young G Money. You know what I mean? What part of Queens were you from? You know what I'm saying? How was your childhood growing up and everything? You know what I mean? How was that and everything in the early days?
Oh, my foot. Yo, I'm gonna call it. Oh, get that out of here, man. I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna live in you right now. I'm gonna live. I'm gonna call you back. Look, this guy's is crazy, son. Get out of here, man.
Yo,
Get out
what
of
is
here.
that, yo?
I'm gonna call you Octopus.
They
Yeah.
eating octopus? Yo, I
Goodbye.
heard octopus is pretty good, yo.
Look, I'm on live right now. Hold on,
I
bro.
was
I'm
watching.
hit you back.
Hey, yo, what's up? This is Pat Flyer. Y'all eating octopus though? Yo, that's supposed to be pretty good though, G. I seen a cooking show with the wife a few days ago. They was cooking octopus and all that. It
Nah,
didn't look that bad, bro. Nah, you ain't
nah.
fucking with it.
So my
It's
fault,
like
bro.
calamari, bro.
My fault. That's
Uh,
my so real quick. That's my bro. Space Ghost. Space Ghost. I'm not sure if you tapped in yet or not, but we got a show called Pickey Eater that I do on YouTube as well. Um,
I heard it was good.
so Space
Most
Ghost.
definitely.
So Space Ghost is my producer behind the show, and he helps pick the restaurants and he helps um edit the show and with the ideas and creativity and all that. So he kept. I was trying to end the call. I was on live. I kept trying to end the call, but he trying to show me the octopus. Like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
well, good.
I'm like, yo,
No doubt.
I
No
hit you
doubt.
back, big homie. But so we do a picky eater show where he picks a restaurant, I pull up, and then I don't know what I'm eating. I'm very picky eater with food. I hate trying new food. So I guess he's somewhere fancy right now. He's trying to show me some octopus. I'm not with it. No, thank
Oh,
you.
that's obvious. I feel you. No doubt,
No, thank
bro.
you.
No doubt, man. That
But
sounds
now
like a
you
good
saying,
show. Definitely, y'all check out Picky Eaters, yo. Check out Picky Eaters, yo.
but
No doubt.
you were saying how was it growing up in Queens? You said
Yeah. Oh no, I was saying, yeah, if you could just give us some insight into like, the early days of G Money, how your childhood was, you know what I mean, and like, what part of Queens you're from, you know what I
okay.
mean? Just that, like the early days.
Yeah. So I'm born and raised in Queens, man. South Side to be exact. I grew up on like the 40 Project side. That's my dad's side of it. And then my mom's side, I was like by like Sutton and Linden in that area of Queens. So if you know Queens, you know South Side. If you know South Side, you know 40 Projects. You know what I'm saying? You know Sutton and Linden, you know SNL. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up on that side. Regular childhood, both parents in the household, you know what I'm saying? Good kid. You know, I've been kind of the same guy since I was young. I ain't really changed too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anybody who know me in the area know, like, oh, Jeep been the same since elementary school. Ain't nothing really changed that much. I got a little taller, been getting a little weight, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying? But not just, growing up in Queens, you know, I definitely grew up around some people, you know, who was affiliated with the gangs, and I've seen the gangs and the fights, and I've seen the shootings, and I've been around the drugs, you know, never dealt with it myself, never was a guy who was involved with none of that stuff. You know, I was a guy who went to school, I was a guy who was playing ball growing up, you know what I'm saying? So just regular stuff, riding bikes in the hood, you know what I'm saying, chasing the girls around, whatever. You know what I mean? Like nothing crazy, just regular. I was in basketball heavy. Like I played the Panthers, I played Gauchos, AAU, CYO. I was, you know what I'm saying, basketball heavy. So yeah,
all right,
so grew up pretty regular. You know what I'm saying? About the age of like 11, 12, I start getting into the music more, the DJing stuff. You know, I seen the movie Juice, and I was like, yo,
classic.
the little scene when he was getting crazy. I'm like, yo, what's going on? So I'm like, yo, mom's pop. I don't want no games this year for Christmas. I want turntables. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, I don't want no PlayStation. I don't want nothing like that. I want what he got in the movie. You know what I'm saying? And then my man's DJ TNT also, you know, I would see him DJ at the junior high school basketball game. I was on the team, and he would DJ during halftime. I'm like, oh, that's kind of dope. They got somebody playing music in the basketball game. I ain't never seen him before. I was young. I ain't never seen him before live. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, somebody DJing during the basketball game. This is kind of fire. You know what I'm saying? He playing some tunes. I'm like, yeah, this is dope. Like, he's playing music. People are rocking. Like, he's controlling the crowd. Like, this is dope. This is dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that kind of struck a nerve with me. And then, you know, on Christmas of like, what was it, like 98, 99, something like that, they bought turntables for me for Christmas. I had it in the crib, started going crazy. That was it. That right there just took me out. You know, I ain't want no breakfast, no lunch, no dinner. I was just like locked in with the music, with the turntables. I was just like, nah, this is crazy. So I locked in, but didn't really know what I wanted to do with music. I just kind of knew I wanted to play around with it in the crib. I started getting a few calls like, yo, we need somebody to play music over here. I want to book you. I'm like, I don't even know what the booking mean. Like, I don't know nothing about no DJ booking or no gigs. You know what I'm saying? I was still playing ball at the time.
Oh, the business side of it. Yeah,
the business side. I had it like a toy in the crib. I ain't have it like on no like I'm trying to go outside and make money from it. I had it like in the house, like, all right, let me just DJ and play around in the crib, and you know what I'm saying? Try to learn some tricks.
Yeah.
But
or so what you're saying is it started off as like a passion for you, and then it progressively became like a livelihood, you know what I'm saying? Like a business. Like some people, they may get into something where it's like they may see something as like a hustle, but for you, it started as a passion.
Very much.
So of course you've been doing it for 20 years. That's self-explanatory. That's what's up.
Very much.
No
So.
doubt.
I mean, so much so, like I said, you know, my dad used to DJ back in the days too. Like he used to DJ too. So he stopped when I was born. But people, you know, his friends were like, oh, you know, it's your pops. Oh, your pops is dope. Da da da. I want to book you for a party. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't know what you mean. Like, I'm like 12, 13. I don't know what you mean about book me for. You want to pay me to come? You want to pay me to come play music? What?
Word.
Yo, we gonna pay you. We gonna feed you. You know what I'm saying? Gonna be some girls there. Da, da, da. I'm like, I'm lost, bro. I'm like, yo, so you're gonna pay me
That's
money?
A win-win.
Yeah, you're gonna pay me to come play music? That's it. That was it. That was so. After that, I'm like, let's go, full speed ahead. Like, yo, we out.
That's
you
a
know
beautiful thing, man. Most definitely, man. So around what age were you? You said you were around like 12, 13 at that time.
Yeah,
right.
Like, this like 90. This like 98, 99.
99. All right.
Yeah, like 12.
But, yo, what graduating high school class is you, bro? I'm 07. You probably like what, 04?
You said what class? What high school?
Yeah, what class are you? I'm 07. Were you like 04?
High school, I'm 03.
What year you graduated? 03. All right. Bet.
Yeah,
All right.
chill. You know what I'm saying? High school.
No doubt, yo. No doubt. Man, we showing our age right now, man. We in our 30s. You
Nah,
heard?
that's a
No doubt,
fact.
bro.
That's a
Thing,
fact.
man. No doubt.
Yeah. So
But yeah, like, yeah. My bad, my bad. Sorry to interrupt you, bro.
no, I was just saying from there it kind of just went crazy from there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't look back after that. Once I understood
Word, no doubt.
what can happen from that, I'm like, oh, nah, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
at that time in life, you know what I'm saying? We in the early 2000s. That little bit of money I'm making then, well, not a little bit of money, but the money I was making then was big money for somebody who's 13, 14, 15 years old. You know, like we had like summer youth jobs and all that, or you know what I'm saying? Like, well, not me, but you know, teenagers in the city and tri-state area had summer jobs or working here, McDonald's and all that, and they busting tables and they going in. I'm going outside 4 or 5 hours, coming home with a nice little bag. I'm like, oh, this is easy money. So now I'm feeling
Yeah.
I'm 15 with a nice little pocket. Like, okay, like I'm decent. You know what I'm saying? So
Word.
from there, it
That's
kind
a
of just went. From there, it went crazy. From there, it went crazy. You know what I mean?
Now, what was the, well, we're talking like early 2000s, late 90s. That was completely different music climate, you know what I mean? In terms of New York, especially. Like
Mm-hmm.
around that time, Mex was popping. You had the Locks, you had Ja Rule, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Murder, the Rock was bubbling and everything. So,
Right.
like, how was the party scene? Because you were probably doing block parties as well as like clubs, you know what I mean? High school joints too, right at the time. So, like, how was it? How was it back then? What are differences that you see now compared to like when you first started DJing? Because you've probably seen different waves. You know what I'm
Oh
saying? So,
man,
like, how was it
100%,
back then from when you started to now?
100% different ways. I mean, back then, you know, obviously, well, for those who don't know, you know, like back then we had to bring the records out, the crates out, you know, the speakers and the amps. You know, there's a lot more work first of all on that side. So that's the biggest difference. Number one, now it's like the laptop. If you do a club, you book bag and you're good. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
even now we're doing private parties. If you know about music and DJing and equipment, it's like people use power speakers now. As of before, you had to get an amp to go to your speakers, to your turntables, and it's mad extra cases and crates you got to bring, wires you got to bring, is mad extra stuff. Now it's kind of like with the power stuff, everything goes directly to your equipment. You know what I'm saying? So it's less, everything is more compact now. You know what I mean? So that's number
okay.
one. It's we got everything is way more compact with the equipment, with the speakers. It's a lot. You know, they got speakers that's like 15 pounds. You can just carry it easy. Back then it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah,
and of course musically it's different. You know what I'm saying? Now with all the trap joints out now, and you know all the vibe music. You know, definitely music is definitely different. But you know, and then also back then there were less DJs. Not less. Well, yeah, it was a lot less DJs back then. You know what I'm saying? Now everyone. Shout out my brother Mr. Easy and man, reggae legend, Mr. Easy in the building. You know what I'm saying? Salute. Um,
salute, salute, salute.
yeah,
No doubt.
it was a lot less DJs back then because you had to buy the records. You know what I'm saying? Now you can kind of get your man to send you a whole hard drive of music and you can go DJ. You know what I'm saying? Back then you had to go to the store and purchase your own records, buy your own records, make sure you get doubles. You got to make sure your crates were situated. And then, you know what I'm saying? They will book you according to how you play and the songs you got. You know what I'm saying? Not every
All
DJ
right.
can, not every DJ can go out there and just download music back then. Like, you know what I'm saying? You couldn't go download. You couldn't play the CDs back then. You had to play the vinyl. So if you didn't have the connect for those vinyls and those exclusive remixes and all that, then you kind of left behind. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt,
So
no doubt.
the climate is
Word.
definitely different. What up, Eastside?
Yeah, Eastside just asked G Money who you got for the verses tomorrow night, Snoop or DMX. I'll let you answer first, and I'll give my opinion after. That's a good question, yo.
That's a good
Who you
question.
got?
Listen, I have my answer already, but you know, I will say these guys been doing a very good job with these battles. The way they pick them,
Yeah,
because I was trying to figure out who's going to battle DMX. A few people were saying Jay-Z and DMX because you know, I don't know, but they
I was
picked
thinking 50.
50, yeah, 52.
That'd be fire.
You know,
Word.
everybody want to see 50 in job, but we know it's not happening. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to see 50 in
Word. 50
job, but
Jack.
it's not happening. But I think because of the dog and the
Word.
dog is dope. You know what I'm saying? That the concept is dope. Um, they both have a million. They both have dope records. But for me personally, I'm going with DMX.
Okay,
That's
all
my
right.
choice. That doesn't mean that he's a better artist. That doesn't mean that's my choice because I used to bump a little bit more DMX than Snoop. I did bump Snoop though, but DMX put me in a different kind of zone when I was, you know what I'm saying? Woo-hoo. Different.
You're right.
Different.
And now it's like reminiscent. Yeah, man. The records
DMX
that
put you in
suit.
a different kind of Damien and all that, and hey yo, homie
Yeah,
Ham,
Rough
yo, like,
Riders Anthem.
woo, come on, man.
You're right, yo. I'm gonna have to say DMX, yo. But Snoop, there's a thing. Snoop got classics. I just feel like the whole point of the verses is to bring like a classic vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like a reminiscent vibe.
Yeah.
And when it comes to that, it's like Snoop has classics all across the board. You know what I mean? DMX though, he had a moment in music where he dropped like 2 platinum albums in a year, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you're right,
Talk
yo.
about it.
You're right. You're right, most definitely, yo.
I think, you
I'm
know,
gonna have to say DMX. I think Snoop is gonna come with the heat though.
it's
Snoop is
weird though,
definitely gonna
because
come
every
with the
time
heat.
I think about the battles, and then they start the battle, I'm like, oh, this song, he did this song too. I forgot he did this song. I'm like, oh, this song. So I be forgetting,
Yeah.
like the whole Fab and Jada joint. First, I'm like, yo, Fab gonna kill him. Then day before, I'm going through the music on Apple Music title. I'm looking at all the music. I'm like, oh, Jada.
Yeah.
I said, oh, I forgot he got the locks joints, and I'm like, oh Lord, oh
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah. Exactly right, man.
But I'm going with X
Yeah,
though.
with
I'm
the
going with X.
lots of
I'm going with X. That's my movie.
well, no doubt. But that's a great question, man. Everyone that's tuning in now, we got Queen's very own G Money. You may know him from Flip the Script, Picky Eaters, you know what I'm saying? We got him in the building, passing fly hour, man. You know what I mean? So we're gonna proceed with the interview.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, when it comes to that, as we were previously stating about like the differences in the waves of when you start DJing to now, you were talking about like the crates and all that, carrying crates and whatnot. Now, like that was definitely an era that I had seen kind of in the tail end. I started hitting up the clubs probably around like '07. So I had seen like the tail end of that, like how you saw like DJs switching their sets at the club. And I would definitely see how they would have to carry. I don't know if it was crates back then because MP3s were already like big and popular, but they had to carry heavy equipment still.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I think at that time it was transferring over, but it was still like some
Yeah.
people still had crates, some people had CDs, so that they would play the CDJs. They had a book of CDs with them, so they would carry
Yeah.
a whole big book of all the CDs in there organized. You know what I'm saying? So some people have one or the other, some people have both. You know,
Yeah.
some had the laptop or like. But like 06, 07, where everything started to like transfer over. So,
Or
it's definitely it's dope though, man. Like everything is easier now, but it's just like now you got a million DJs who half of them don't even know what they're doing really. It's like they kind of just bought a laptop, got some music, and they just on the way.
they like a mix of songs.
Yeah, they just throw stuff
Or-
on. It's like, yo, this dude, he ain't really like, he's not even like really. But
Yeah.
I'm all for the culture,
You're
man.
right.
And I'm all for everybody getting bread. You know what I'm saying? We all can eat. We all can do parties and do gigs. So it's an event
Yeah.
every day, everywhere in the world. That's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a Sweet 16 or a club or a fashion show or a showcase, it's a million events. So I ain't knocking nobody hustle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely, man. And when you were speaking about Juice and all that, me and the wife were watching it like a few weeks ago, and that scene where Queen Latifah was doing the tryouts for the event, and you see like, you know what I'm saying? You see an Epps like going in. I'm like, that's an era that a lot of people probably won't be able to see anytime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that was a whole vibe. You know what I'm saying? Word,
Nah, for sure.
word, man.
I miss that era, man.
Most
But
definitely.
I don't miss carrying the equipment though. I'll tell you that. I don't miss carrying them crates, and I don't miss carrying them heavy speakers. I don't miss that part, but I do miss that era and that feeling and that vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a real
Yeah.
authentic vibe. That if you weren't there, you you missed out on a good piece of history. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely, man. I mean, tell me this then. When would you say, because you start around that time, when would you say that was it like high school and maybe later where you went from being like more of a local DJ to becoming like a bubbling, like, you know what I'm saying, where you were doing more gigs where it's like every weekend, you know what I'm saying? Where it was
Yeah.
like people came to the club or to the party, not for the other DJs, but for G Money. You know what I'm saying? Like around when was that like starting to take form?
I mean, I would say probably around that time, like 05, 06, somewhere around that 06, 07, somewhere around there.
Word, that's
No, before that, because I was in college, so yeah, around like 04, 05, something like that is when things took off kind of quick for me, man. Like, I had my first gig in '99, and then like 2000, I started to just get calls like every weekend. Like it didn't slow down. Every weekend I was booked
Yeah.
somewhere doing whatever. Like it could have been backyard parties, barbecues, baby shower. I was doing everything early, but around like 06 or 07 when people started to come out for me, you know what I'm saying? When I was on a flyer, people were like, yo, I want to go to G Money party because he's playing in this spot in Long Island, or he's playing in this spot in Queens, or so probably like 05, 06, things started getting a little bubbling for me. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. What school did you go to?
I went to junior high school 72 in Queens, which is crazy bad when I was there. I probably didn't learn nothing in that school because the kids is crazy.
I feel you.
High school, I went to Holy Cross High School in Queens also. I played ball on the team, played varsity, all that. So I was heavy on ball, track team. You know what I'm saying? All-American. Nah, I was playing. Then I went to Five Towns College. I was supposed to go play ball upstate. I had a few coaches come to see me in high school and try to recruit me to a few schools like D2 schools, D3 schools upstate, and I was like, I don't really want to leave home, man. I ain't ready to go out there and you know what I'm saying. I wasn't like LeBron, so I wasn't trying to go out there and just play ball for 4 years and waste my time. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, man. I went to Hofstra, so I was wondering if you went to
Oh,
like
you
a
was out,
Delphi
okay.
or what.
You was out. You was out here. Okay, cool. Got you.
Yeah, I was wondering if maybe you DJ'd at like, you know what I'm saying, Hofstra USA at a party or something like that, because we would be at that party, like those parties probably every
Every
Friday.
Friday.
You know, Hofstra USA would have their parties. DJ Envy would be out there and all that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
Yeah.
I didn't touch Hofstra too crazy. I think I might have played Hofstra once or twice, maybe the most. I was at Delphi.
All
I was at Delphi a little bit.
right.
I was at Delphi. I was at St.
Shout out to Delphi,
St. John,
shout out Hofstra.
St. John's
St.
here and
John.
there. I was at St. John's a little bit. I wasn't crazy in the college scene, to be honest. I wasn't doing like a lot of college parties like that. I was doing like a lot of parties, the after college parties in the clubs and all that. I would do those. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's where the money's at right there
I was
too.
doing a lot of those.
Yeah,
Joints.
so,
Y'all have an event at school, y'all leave there and come to like Missouri. I was playing at Missouri. I was playing at, you know what I'm saying, the clubs that y'all would come to after y'all school joints. But yeah, I went to Five Towns, so I played a lot of Five Towns events. I played at Farmingdale College also. I was up there a lot. But yeah, Hofstra, I didn't do Hofstra. Matter of fact, I had a DJ battle at Hofstra in probably like 07, 08 or something like that.
all right, but I didn't get there till 09, so I wasn't around at that time.
Yeah,
That's what's up, bro.
I was in a battle there. Me, my brother DJ Spenfo, DJ Zeke, Sparks.
Okay.
A few of us was in there. Yeah. We had a little DJ battle at Hofstra. It's pretty dope.
Or salute.
Facts.
All right, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. Like, now I know that you also have Queens Flip, who's also a part of your story as well.
Yeah.
Shout out to Queens Flip the Script Quiet Room. You know what I mean? And how did you meet Queens Flip? I mean, were y'all childhood friends? Did you meet later on in high school? Like, how did y'all first, you know what I mean, come to meet each other?
So the story goes like this. I met Flip about now probably like around the time I started getting bubbling is when I met him. So it's probably like 15, 16 years ago.
All right.
He was doing music, and they got they have something over here called Rochdale Day. Well, they used to have it where it was bubbling back in the day. It was like a big festival over here, and like the whole Queens would be here on that day. Like all the teenagers would be there, crazy. So I'm usually there every year, just doing promo, handing out business cards, handing out CDs, whatever. So I bumped into him. I have no idea who he is, but my man DJing, he was like, "Yo, take on my CD, tell him play my song." I'm like, "Yo, I'm not even DJing, bro." You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Yo, tell him play my song. Like he ran me down. Like I'm like, "Yo, who is this crazy? What the hell?" He's like, "Oh, yo, chill. I'm not DJing, bro. Yo, come on, that's your man." Da da da. I'm like, "All right, you know what? Go to my boy. Yo, can you play this dude CD? I don't know who he is, but can you play his CD, please, bro? Because he's going crazy. You know what I'm saying? He's mad annoying. Like I don't know who this dude is." So I left. They didn't play the song, so I'm like, "All right, whatever." I just walked up about to go home, and he's like, "Yo, what up? Yo, ready to put my song?" I'm like, "Yo, bro, I can't. I'm not DJing. I can't tell him when to play the record, bro. I gave him the CD. That's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, up to him now.
Yeah.
Nah, tell him to play. Yo, I'm like, yo, oh my, yo, bro, put this dude's song on right now, please, please, because I'm getting tight right now. Put the song on. Everybody start wilding. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, yo, give me that CD back real quick. Took that CD back. Give me the CD back. Need that CD. So that night, I played a team party out in Queens. Played the song again. They wildin'. He did a Chicken Noodle Soup Queens remix.
Oh shit!
This one Chicken Noodle Soup first came out. I didn't know him. I didn't know the song that he did. I knew Chicken Noodle Soup. I was playing that version. But Flip is a real smart dude because he did the video before Webstar did his video. So now he's on YouTube with the Chicken Noodle Soup Queens version video before their official version. So everyone's going online trying to find Chicken Noodle Soup video on YouTube, and they seen his video.
Yeah.
When I checked it, it's probably like 1 million views or something crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, this dude is on his. So after that, I'm like, yo, what up, bro? Like, what's up, man? What's going on? So we linked up, started doing some music together, started doing songs, did a video. From there, just everything started, you know what I'm saying, moving from there. So me and him been close since like 06, 05, somewhere around some back there sometime. 07 maybe, or I don't know, somewhere around that time when I first met him. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. That's dope, man. And y'all come to create a platform that, in my opinion, is one of the top platforms for hip hop culture currently. You know what I mean? I put y'all at the same level as like, no doubt, man. Salute. You know what I mean? I put y'all at the same level as like Expeditiously, Vlad. You know what I'm saying? Tyson Podcast. Y'all, I subscribe to y'all. I've been messing with y'all probably for a year and a half now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a little bit late on that, but I've watched probably every episode, man. The callers, y'all are definitely, you know what I mean? Y'all got something, a powerful brand and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. I mean, you know, we try to figure it out, bro. Like, you know, this whole podcast thing happened, just kind of happened. You know, I was doing online radio with Steph Lover, who was a, you know, big personality. She was on Hot 97, she was on Power, and then, you know, she left those two stations, and I had ran into her at an event, and she was like, yo, I'm looking for a DJ for my own show. I'm like, all right, cool. So I was DJ for like 5 years on DTF Radio, and she had the opportunity to do a morning show in DC. What up, Gabby? What's poppin'?
What's going on, Gabby?
So she dipped out, and she was trying to give me the same time slot on the radio, and I was like, damn, I don't want to. Like, number one, I don't want to do it without you. You know what I'm saying? I'll feel weird because it's like her show, and I don't want to take her slot, and then, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I ain't really want to do the same thing. I want something different. And she was like, yo, how about you, why don't you take the slot and you want to flip through the show? And I'm like, I don't know. And at that time was when Flip was doing all his pranks and all that. He was doing all of the, you know what I'm saying, all the stuff in the car, going crazy. So
IG skits and all that?
Yeah, so he was whining like that. And I'm like, yo, bro, I got DTF Radio. If you want to do the radio show, like Steph Lowe about to leave, we can do our own show. Hell no, G, I ain't doing that shit. I'm like, all right. And then my other man's Space Ghost is the same dude who does the Pickey Eater show with me. He was like, yo, you want Flip to do a podcast? And I'm like, what the hell's a podcast? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what that is.
No doubt.
I'm like, yo, Flip, yo, people are saying we should do a podcast, bro. What you think? Hell no. I'm like, all right, whatever. Other man's called me, yo, that's your man Flip, right? I seen him on Instagram. I'm like, yes, my man, what's up? Yo, that'd be dope if you had your own show, like do a podcast or something. I'm like, all right, we call him again. Yo, you want to do a podcast? Hell no. I'm like, all right. People keep saying we should do a show, bro. I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what a podcast is, but people keep saying we should do one. It's like a radio show or something like that. I think it might be dope. You know what I'm saying? Let's try it out. And then he spoke to a few people about it. He called me back, like, yo, you ready? I'm like, all right, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of happened like that. Like, he didn't really want to do it at first. He was like, yo, I'm doing my Instagram stuff. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I ain't trying to be like boxed in doing some radio thing every week, and I ain't got time for all that. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. But then
Words.
it came back, everything worked out to be, you know what I'm saying, where we at now, man. So, you know, definitely a blessing, man.
No doubt, yo. Now, quick question, because I know that, you know what I mean, after seeing some of the early episodes, wild stuff will be happening in the studio, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it true that the first episode that some lady was giving head to someone, like, in the studio, like, y'all got kicked out the studio? Like, is that what happened? Like, what happened, yo? Like, is that really what happened?
Very true. Very true. Very true. So, you know, our first initial idea of the podcast is like, yo, in my mind, I did DTF Radio, and my friend radio show too, Show Off Radio. I was on his show as a DJ. So I kind of had a little format of how radio should be ran a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I didn't really want to be the person who speaks so much. I want to be like more the DJ and kind of like just do my little thing and talk a little bit. So in my mind, I'm drawing a whole idea for the show. Like, yo, Flip, all right, boom, this we gonna do. We gonna do this. Blah, blah, blah. I'm a DJ. You gonna talk. We gonna have 2 other girls be the co-host with you. I'm gonna just chill in the background. And then that whole shit, like once we Google what podcast was, we like, damn, I can't play music. I can't DJ. I'm like, yo, I don't know about this show no more, son. Like, I don't plan on being on the show just talk, like, you know what I'm saying? That ain't my thing like that. I'm like, nah, G, we gonna do, let's go. So he's like, yo, we gonna do this podcast shit. We gotta jump in the game crazy. You know what I'm saying? Flip a type of dude, like he go hard to go home. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, G, we gotta do something crazy, bro. I don't know if you with it, but I need you to be with it, bro. Like, we got this dude, Tax Stone. We got this guy. We got Charlemagne. All these guys got top podcasts. You know what I'm saying? Like, how they gonna recognize us? What's the difference? I'm like, I don't know. They're like, he's like, exactly. So we got to jump. Episode 1, we got to do something crazy. I'm like, yo, whatever you with. He's like, you with it? I'm like, all right, cool. Whatever you with, I'm with it. He called me back like the next day. Yo, bro, I got somebody that's gonna do it. I got a girl. I got a guy. We gonna interview both of them, and we gonna have her give him head in the studio. I'm like, bro, are you crazy? Like.
Yo, I bet your reaction when he first brought that idea was probably like, bruh.
I'm thinking like, one, like how we gonna pull it off? 2, at the time I had a show, you know, like, so I'm like, damn, how the hell I'm gonna explain to her? I'm gonna go and do a podcast while I'm watching someone, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting in the room with an escort and her friend, and there's a guy there. How am I supposed to go home and explain that to my show at the time? You know what I'm saying? So I'm nervous. I'm like, yo, but yeah, it definitely did happen. You know, we actually the girl who agreed to do it at first kind of punked out, but her friend kind of picked the slack up, like, yo, I got it, watch out. So we left the room for a second, let the guy get comfortable and let the girl get comfortable. They got things started, and then we came back in like midway and just started asking them questions while they was doing it. But that definitely got us banned from the studio. You know, shout out to the guys over there at the engine room. You know what I'm saying? They was like, yo, we can't do kind of shows over here. It's not what we do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we y'all are out.
Yeah. Did they try to say it like hella calm and like hella calm and all that?
I don't know how they said it because they called Flip when Flip called me, but Flip called me laughing, and it was funny for him a little bit, but he called me on some like, yo, I just got blocked on crazy. They sent our bread back. They said they don't care about us paying for the studio, nothing. Like, y'all gotta go. Y'all banned from the studio. That's it. Take the episode down. Like, they was like, yeah, that's it. You can't air the episode. Take it down offline. It was about to go viral, crazy. Like, he posted it up, like, our phone's going crazy. They called like, yo, take the video down, cause we do. I mean, cause, you know, shout to them, man. They definitely. I get it, cause they do a lot of commercials there and like kid stuff there, and, you know what I'm saying, like Disney stuff or whatever, Nickelodeon stuff there. So they don't want that image with their brand. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely went down though. I definitely seen it with my own 2 eyes. I definitely seen the hiya. So that's a fact. That's a fact.
That's wild, yo. Like,
live action.
Like, the thing is, yo, like, when it comes to that too, like, I know that wasn't one of the first things that happened. Like, I know there was also an episode where someone threw water or a drink up in Queen's face. Queen's face and all that part of me.
We had a couple drinks. Like, so that was the first one. After that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about it. Like, we coming from straight off of the what up, Flo Matt? We coming straight off of the Instagram pranks and all that, and, you know, me and him did pranks together too. You know what I'm saying? Where I was DJing a few pranks, and we went into people's cribs, and we got booked to do stuff, to do pranks in stores and all that. So me and him both were doing pranks. So now we kind of bringing that prank life and that wild, crazy stuff to our show. So we interviewing guests, and, you know, Flip is pushing the envelope, and I don't really know when he's gonna push the envelope, because sometimes he don't even tell me. So it's
not rehearsed. It's like, it's off the rip.
I'm sitting there like, yo, who on the show tonight? He's like, yo, just show up, bro. I got this. Don't worry about it. I'm like, all right. So what we doing tonight? Yo, you're gonna see. So I don't even know sometimes when he pushing the people envelope, we start yelling, or he pull a phone out, and people face get them more angry. I don't know nothing. I'm just looking at him like, yo, what are you doing, bro? Like, we must be doing an interview right now. So he would just do off the rip. You know what I'm saying? But you know, people sometimes look at him like a wild guy, but you know, it's definitely a method to the madness. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a method to the madness. He ain't just doing stuff out the rip. He ain't just going outside just wilding. I mean, sometimes he is, but most of the time he got something going on over here where he's doing something for a certain reaction to get somewhere else, and then you know what I'm saying. It ain't like he's a very smart dude. You know, very good businessman. You know what I'm saying? So
That's what's up. And most definitely. I see that you two make a great team. Like you both have good chemistry, and the show definitely shows that. You know what I mean? It's very natural, and it's a great show again. You know what I mean? Salute to y'all for that, man.
thank you.
I mean, no doubt, no doubt. I mean, what would you say? You guys are closing in on 200 episodes soon, right? You guys are almost at like your 200th episode.
We like on we did this week. We did like 160 something. 160. We getting there. We getting up there.
That's what's up.
Getting close. Yeah.
What would you say is I know that's a lot to choose from, but what would you say, maybe I guess recently in the past year, what is your favorite interview that you've done this year and why? Like whether it's the guest or the subject matter, like what would you say is your most memorable from this past year in terms of Flip the Script?
Man, I mean, I think the one that got the most traction for me personally, and the one people kind of like talk about a lot is one with Killer Kev. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole you fool, man, or you know who fool? I ain't fool. That whole comment kind of went crazy online, and people see me in the street like, yo, G Money, you fool, G Money, you fool. I'm like, who fool? Like, yo, you fool, bro. Like it went kind of crazy. So that one definitely is one that stuck out to me. You know, that whole blood interview was crazy. You know, with CK and Wildcat and
shout out to Wildcat. We interviewed him a few days ago.
So
shout out to Wildcat.
Yeah, shout out Wildcat one time. You know, so we had him on the couch at the same time. That whole day was just like, that whole night was just interesting. You know what I'm saying? It was a long night. You know, some people don't know we had to like shoot 2 shows basically that night. You know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes, there was a lot going on, so we had to really make sure that we didn't make them look crazy, make us look crazy. So we had to really like do a lot of edits and it was a lot going on behind the scenes that people may not know about. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But you know, it was just crazy. So the Killer Kev joint, that joint, you know, I mean, Shay Davis was hilarious. You know what I'm saying? He was on the couch doing all of the boom, 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 like that was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a couple of that stuck out to me, man. Who else? Shay Davis was crazy. Freaky Ziggy was.
I like the Freaky Ziggy. Yeah, that was a good one too.
He's just a movie, bro. He's just a movie. And what's crazy about him is we interviewed Cam before him at Cam's crib. So we was at Cam's crib, which is a dope interview as well. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to do it at his crib, and it was like, you know, it was a good experience. But that day he was there for Cam interview. And he was there right on the couch, like next to me on the couch on this side. You couldn't see him though, but he was there just chilling and quiet the whole time. Like chill. Like just like, yo, what up? What's good? And then we brought him to our couch for his show, and he just went 360, going crazy. I'm like, yo, who the what the hell? He started whining. I'm like, yo, Freaky is really crazy, bro.
Word, man.
So, you know, those are the ones that kind of stick out to me.
I mean, what do you think was the turning point where it went from primarily y'all having, like, you know what I mean, people who may not be as well known to the general public to having, like, Kevin Childs? Like, for example, Kevin Childs, that probably is my favorite interview that y'all have done, other than, I would say, Miss Deb Anthony, you know what I mean, and the Blood interview. I like the Latin Kings interview also.
Yeah.
But it was like, you know, C. Franklin, like, how was that? How did that change? How did the shift change then? Because that was like, you know what I mean, y'all had your platform and your formula, and then it became something akin to a Vlad, but y'all completely original take on it and delivery of it. How did that happen?
Right. I mean, so, like I said earlier, we started off with the whole girl giving the guy head, the first episode, then all the pranks and all the craziness. It went from there to you know, it was doing good there for a while. We had some good guests on the show. We had, you know, Lil Mama on the show. We had Webstar on the show. We had Smack on the show. A bunch of battle rappers on the show before this time. So we had some good guests. But then, like, I think everything turned when we had Bimmy on the show.
Okay, yeah, Benny. All right, all
We
right.
had Bimmy on the show. It did really good, and then it did so good that we almost had Supreme on the show. Supreme actually reached out to us and was like,
Oh,
"Yo, blah blah." It didn't go through it, but he was interested in an interview over the phone. So
that was ill.
that would have been
Word.
crazy. So, but that didn't happen. We took that interview down with Bimmy because he was saying a few things that people didn't want to be online, and then with that he gave us Soul B. Once he gave us Soul B, that went crazy with the whole streets and everything. So we stuck in that lane, like, yo, this is what everybody wanted to hear, what they want to see. So we got Soul B. Then we got Killer Kev.
Who came first, Killer Kev or the blood interview?
We
Like, when you have multiple blood
yeah. I'm
interviews.
trying to think.
Killer Kev.
I think it was Soul B. Then it was OG Nuke. Then I think Killer Kev. Then the blood joints afterwards. I think Killer Kev brung CK and all of them afterwards.
Oh, all right,
On the
word,
joint.
no
And then from there it just went even crazier. It was already going crazy after the Soul B thing and all that. Then we brought all of them on the couch. Then it's like it went even crazier after that. So everything started like kind of like triple. You know what I'm saying? It was just like kind of like, bam. It was just crazy. So
No doubt, no
so
doubt.
from right there is when everything started to go up for real. Like it was like, yo, all right, you know what I'm saying? But then before that is when we kind of changed anyway because we seen the comments and people were getting tired of all of the play and all the jokes and all that. They was like, yo, like, are y'all doing interviews or not? Which y'all keep playing around? What y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? So me and Flip saw that. It was like, yo, we got to try to do something a little different. Let's try to do interviews where we actually asking questions and not like just doing pranks and all that. You know what I'm saying? So we tried it out, and the fans attested to it. They was like, yo, this is dope. You guys did a good job. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Word, no doubt. That's what's up. I mean, when it comes to that, and I feel like y'all have solidified your spot in podcasts. Like, how do you feel in terms of the podcast game? Like, what are your pardon me, what are some of your favorite podcasts, and like, how do you view Flip the Script in relation to, let's say, like a No Jumper or like a Mike Tyson podcast or like an Expeditiously? Like, what do you see? Like, where do you see you guys like in that grand scheme of things in terms of like podcasting for hip hop urban culture?
I mean, we don't, to be honest, we don't really sit here and classify it or be like, yo, me and Flip don't sit there and talk like, yo, we getting closer to Vlad, get closer to this person. We kind of just do our thing. Like, I honestly don't watch no other podcasts. I don't watch my own podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like we kind of just do our thing. Like he has personality, I have my personality. We show up to work, we take care of work, and we go home. You know what I'm saying? We're not really, like Flip say it all the time. Like we're not journalists, we're not podcasters. We just two guys who just have our show and ask questions. You know what I'm saying? And we kind of blessed to be able to get certain guests to come out to our platform. But we just two guys who just have some guests that we want to talk to, ask some questions, and then you know what I'm saying, and move on, man. It's not really nothing else to it. Shout out to all the real journalists and all the people who really, went to school for it and all that type of stuff. But we kind of just jumped in the game, like, yo, we're gonna do this and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So we don't really compare ourselves to nobody. We salute to all the other podcasts that's doing their things. Shout to Vlad, shout to No Jumper, shout to everybody that's doing their thing, man. Joe Button, shout to all those other shows and those guys who have big platforms as well. We trying to just find our way, man. And me and him working on a few situations right now. Hopefully something transpire. I can't really speak on which platforms yet, but we definitely got some talks going around right now soon and a few meetings and stuff like that. So, hopefully everything pans out the way it's supposed to pan out, and we'll be up there in the same, if not higher category with these guys, man. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. And shout out to Gabby Rosenthal. She had said that's why it works, though it's authentic. I feel like that's a true testament of your own beginnings in DJing. Like how you said, like you started with a passion for DJing, a very authentic want to DJ, and then that just became a success in its own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Looking at Flip the Script, it started out from what I see as two friends who wanted to venture into an unknown, uncharted water, and y'all have fun with it, original, real with it, and look at what it is now. I feel like that's just a true testament to that too, man.
Nah, for sure.
So,
I think what a lot of people don't do is, what people mess up in a game, whether it's podcasting or basketball or whatever the case is. People don't play a position. You know what I'm saying? Like, and from day one, people been yelling at me like, "Yo, you gotta talk more. You gotta talk more. You should do more of this." I'm like, bro, I'm cool with where I'm at, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I let Flip drive the boat on this situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be Flip, or I'm not trying to overtalk him or try to outshine him. Like, I know in this situation, he's like the captain of the boat. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm cool with that. People like, nah, you should nah. This is like, I know that he's a talker. You know what I'm saying? I know he has a character. He's a talker, and I know he can talk for 5-6 hours. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna come in with a couple questions that I got that makes sense for me, and stay in my lane, and that's it. But some people who, you know, if it was him and somebody else on the show, they probably would have clashed crazy, because they trying to get the clout. Yo, let me talk. Oh, we got this person. We got Cam. Yo, Cam, what up, bro? Man, extra. Nah, look, I'm here, bro. Look, I have my questions ready right here. Whenever I'm jumping in, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So I think people got to play their role. That's very important. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I trust his judgment. Sometimes he make crazy calls. Yo, G, we got to do a show 6 in the morning. Or, yo, G, we got da-da-da-da. Or this guest. I'm like, who the hell is this guest? All right, well, he says good guest, so let's go for it. You know what I'm saying? So I trust a lot. He makes a lot of crazy calls sometimes. Even episode 1 was a crazy call. I was like, bro, I don't know, but I'm with you. But I'm with you. Let's go.
You got my wifey laughing at that story, yo. She's sitting here like she cracking up at that story, yo.
Would she let you do that episode if we did a part 2 to that? What's up? You pulling up, man?
Hell no, she ain't gonna let me do that episode. I'll pull up, y'all invite me, but she gonna be like, you know what I mean? She be like, oh, so you went? I'm like, hell yeah.
Come back home, the boxes changing the door, everything, right?
Word, there'll be a pillow on the couch for me, you heard?
Nah, that's a fact.
She said no blanket. Well, yeah, man. Let's get into your current venture with Space Ghost. Shout out to Space Ghost. You got the new podcast called I don't know how new it is exactly, but it's called Picky Eaters, right?
Yeah,
it's called Picky Eaters.
Yeah, so Picky Eater also started from an idea that Flip gave me as well. You know what I'm saying? Flip, you know, I give him a lot of credit, man. You know what I'm saying? People who don't know him personally, just they see the pranks and all that, they just think, oh, he's a but if you get in with him, he gonna really like, he'll help you. If you're serious and you try to make something happen, he gonna be like, yo, boom, like, look, try that. So what happened was, we have our show on the platform. He's like, yo, G, you got a YouTube channel, use your YouTube channel, bro. Like, I haven't seen you post nothing on there, man, alone. What you doing? Yo, I don't know what to post. Yo, bro, look, all right, I want you to do behind the scenes for the podcast on your channel. Oh, all right, bet. So I start recording what goes on before the show, after the show. I put it on my YouTube page. Boom. Got that up. And he's like, yo, you should do your own show. Take advantage of your page, bro. Put some more content up. Do a show. I'm like, yo, I can't do what you do. I'm not a crazy wild dude, bro. I'm not gonna be just on YouTube, just whatever. He's like, all right, boom. So, like, think about who you are. Like, what can you do? I'm like, yo, you know, I don't know. Like, yo, you don't eat no food. You should do a show about you trying food, call it Pickey Eater, whatever. Like, I'm like, all right, that I can do. I'm a legit Pickey Eater, so we could set something up. You know what I'm saying? So he threw the idea. Space Ghost was, you know, around. Also, Space Ghost was like, yo, I bet I'm with it. So I had Space follow me around with the GoPro, and we
they
started
got fireworks.
Facts, yeah. So Pickey Eater is not a podcast. It's a YouTube show where I go to restaurants and try food and all that. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So
that's what's up.
So Space Ghost will text me the address. I'll pull up, and he'll just start filming. Again, this is authentic. This is genuine. I don't know what I'm eating for the show. I don't know what restaurant I'm going to. I just pull up and we hit record and start going. There's no like, yeah. There's no like, all right, G, here this, you doing this today. It's like, yo, G, pull up here. What we trying today? I'm not telling you, just pull up. And the cameras is rolling. So it's kind of like.
So he'll order the plates for you. And then you'll pull up and he'll be like, all right, here's this number one and all that. Or that's interesting, man.
Or I'll get there and I'll sit down. I'm like, okay, we here. We in a tiny spot. All right, cool. And then he might go to the side. I'm like, yo, let me get and then they bring it out. And I'm like, yo, come on, son. This is crazy. So we actually starting season 3 right now. You know, we started filming last week. So we did like 2 seasons of that where I tried different foods. You know, I had some guests on the show. I tried like grilled octopus. I tried I tried goat goat kidney, liver, and brain. I tried like different.
Oh, stuff,
So
yo.
I'm trying like different food, like you know, and then it's some food that's simple, like aki and saltfish that I never had before in my life. For the first time, I'm trying it on the show. So I'm trying foods that people eat all the time. That's regular for y'all, maybe, but for me, like I had my first halal meal on the show.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out my man Five Knows Best. He's in the building. He was actually there when we filmed that. Shout out TV. What up? What up, TV Beats?
Salute, salute,
So he
salute.
was there too.
There got
He's on episode 2 where we filmed that. I had my first halal truck, chicken over rice and all that white sauce, all that pause, all that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
no doubt, no doubt. That's what's up. And welcome to some of the new viewers. We got Queen's very own G Money. We know him from Flip the Script, Picky Eaters. You know what I'm saying? Here for the Passive Fly Hour. All right, no doubt, no doubt. So everyone check out Picky Eaters. G Money, I have a few questions, you know what I'm saying, that I'm gonna ask. All right, a series of 5 questions. All right, so just off rip, whatever the answer that comes to you first, they get a little bit crazier each way down. All right, so
all right, let's go.
Let's start with it. All right. First one is what are your top 3 favorite albums of all time? Don't matter what genre. Top 3 albums of all time.
Ooh. It's always a hard question for me, man. Damn. All right. Gotta be something Kanye. I know Kanye's crazy.
Right.
I know Kanye's crazy right now.
Praying for him. You heard?
Huh?
Praying for him.
Yeah,
I said we praying for him. You heard?
I'm not even tapped into what he's doing. Like I've seen the memes. I didn't even look on YouTube. I didn't even hear. I don't want to hear it because I'm a fan, so I don't want to hear it yet.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go Kanye. What album was?
Graduation was a classic, bro. I'm just gonna say. That's just my opinion. I'm just gonna say whenever I think, you know what I'm saying?
We could do Graduation. Graduation album is fire. You said top 3 albums all the time, right?
Yeah, top 3 all time.
We could do Graduation because any one of those albums that's like before he got crazy, I'm cool with. That one, 808s and Heartbreak, I'm cool with all of those. I'm trying to think. All right, so Kanye, that Graduation. Usher, 8701.
All right.
I'm trying to think what joints I'll be playing in it because they might expect me to say some trap joints or some hip hop, like I don't know. Stillmatic, no. Sean Carter, Get Rich or Die Trying. It's a dope album, but he actually one of my favorite. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't. That whole album is fire, but it ain't my favorite. I don't play it a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go Biggie, the Life After Death.
That's a good one, yo. Life After Death. All right, no doubt. All right, next one.
Yeah.
If you were in a late 80s action film, would you be the hero or the villain?
Hero, automatic. I'm a nice guy, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I can't be the villain, man. You know, you see it on the podcast too. I can't even like Flip is the guy who asks all the crazy questions. I can't do it. I'll be nervous.
I feel you, bro.
I'm definitely the hero.
All right, no doubt. Next one, what black sitcom would you guest star in the 90s?
Oh man.
If you were to be in one episode, whether like you trying to take the female lead from the male protagonist, like if there were to be one sitcom that you were to be a guest star in, which one would it be?
Pretty good questions, my friend. I mean, the first one that pops in my head is Fresh Prince.
All right.
That's the first one that pops in my head. I think Fresh Prince is. I'm a big fan of Will Smith. I think he's dope. I really wish that he would adopt. Shout my parents. I have great parents, but I wish I would have had a second family, and I would have been a part of the Smith family, because that's my man. Like I think he's super dope, man. I think he's super dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have to bring my fam with me, like my mom and pops with me, to go be adopted as well to his family. We all out. You know what I'm saying?
Word, no doubt. Salute.
But Fresh Prince and secondly, probably Saved by the Bell.
Word, no doubt.
Saved by the Bell. I want to jump in there one time and grab Lisa up or Kelly up. You know what I'm saying? One of the two, and we out.
Word. Slater would be mad as hell and shit. Word, no doubt, yo. No doubt, yo. All right, next question. This is a question that men get asked all the time. Ask the titties.
Titties.
Titties. All right, all right. Bet.
Like
Fellow Titty Club member.
like those things, man.
Bet.
Like those things.
Yeah. All right, and fifth question. Who is your favorite 90s actress?
Nice actress. Who was killing it in the 90s? I got one in my head. I'm trying to just scroll down the list and see who else. Look at Gabby. Chill, Gabby. I'm trying to scroll down the list right now and think who else was in the 90s was popping. That's what I had in my head. That's what I got. That's what I got. I'm just trying to think if I missed anybody. I mean, she's the obvious choice. Everybody, you know, Holly she's up there, bro. She's I was thinking Holly, I was thinking Nia Long.
For me, it's Robin Givens.
Okay. I wasn't a big fan. She was okay for me personally. She was okay. She had her sex appeal. I wasn't crazy about her. Oh, you know how?
In Blank Man, she was bad in Blank Man though, bro.
Now you know who I liked though when I was younger. I forgot. Yeah. Holly was definitely she's grade A above everybody. That's just that. But I used to like Vivica A. Fox back in the days. I ain't gonna lie.
Vivica, no doubt.
I used to like Vivica, bro. That's why I used to rock with it.
No doubt. AOG, it says we got 9 seconds remaining. All right. But I want to say thank you for being on this show, and we're going to keep in touch with you, the homie. All right.